Hello, my name is Alfred Roach, and I am applying for the morning co-host position at KURB FM. This is my video cover letter, part 1. In this, I will attempt to respond to Lisa's requirements for a co-host. And then in part 2 of my cover letter, the typed one, I will respond to the programming department's requirements. Let's begin by reading the actual help wanted ad. Our team of longtime broadcasters understands we're in the business of sharing connections while playing music, having fun, and entertaining fellow Arkansans who love their community, their state, and their Razorbacks. You'll need to honestly like people, appreciate family, and be an authentic, down-to-earth character or have a unique, entertaining personality. Well, I have to say, I have a unique, entertaining personality. I am an authentic, down-to-earth character. I don't honestly like people. I honestly love them. I'm always seeking their approval. I think that's a mental thing. Anyway, let's continue. Your co-host on the morning show will be longtime TV and radio talent Lisa Fisher. After spending almost a decade with friend and radio husband Jeff Matthews, she has a list of demands, wishes in parentheses, required in a new co-host per Lisa. So let's go ahead and run down that list, Lisa, point by point, and see how I measure up. Number 1, must consider themselves positive and values-oriented. Well, I'm definitely positive. I see the glass as half full. And as far as values are concerned, please, I'm always online, looking for coupons, looking for the best deals. I always want the best value. So there you go. Number 2, must be truly witty and not radio funny. I think I know what you mean. Radio funny is like, oh, man. Yeah. Whereas truly witty is just truly witty. Number 3, mustn't want to do voices and stupid bits. Well, I will say this, Lisa. From time to time, you might hear my old man come out, depending on what the subject matter is. Usually when I'm talking about things in the past that young whippersnappers today just can't relate to. And as far as stupid bits are concerned, do you mean things like, Have you ever wanted to learn the fine art of quail hunting? Then order the Dick Cheney quail hunting video. With his new video, you'll learn the fine art of quail hunting in just 30 minutes. Here's a sample. See a quail, shoot a friend. Yo! See a quail, shoot a friend. Ah! See a quail, shoot a friend. Ah! Yes, it's that simple. It's the Dick Cheney quail hunting video. And if you're one of the first 150 people to call, you'll also receive the How to Make $1 Billion in Iraq Halliburton Handbook. I think I understand. No stupid bits. Number 4, must have respect for women. Done deal. Although I will say this, Lisa, respect must be earned and not given. Thank you very much. Okay, number 5, no foul language or inclined to imbibe during the morning show. You must be kidding, right? And does Robitussin count? Moving on here. Number 6, mustn't be creepy. Well, I have to say that I've got that one nailed down. Now, there was a time in the mid-'80s, I don't know what was going on, I was just creepy. Babies didn't like me, animals didn't like me. But somewhere in the mid to late 90s, all that creepiness fell away. And now I'm golden again. Babies love me, animals love me, even squirrels love me. Now, how cool is that? All right, number 7, no cats. That might be a little tough. Because the one word that I've learned during my second marriage, going on its 3rd year now, is the word yes. Yes! It's a perfect word. It makes everything run smoothly. When my wife asked me if she could put up roosters all around the house because she likes the farm theme, what did I say? Yes, honey, roosters it is. When she told me that her mother was going to be coming to stay with us for 2 weeks, what did I say? Yes, bring her on. And when my wife, who knows that I'm a dog man, told me last year that she wanted a cat, what did I say? Yes, to the cat. Actually, it turned out well. Little Bubbles was his name. He was a cute little black and white cat. We did have him declawed. We had talked about having him neutered, but I said, look, we got to draw the line someplace, okay? So, and then we ended up giving him away about 6 months later. So, it all works out, but I understand what you're saying. Right now, I'm back to being a dog man. And one day we'll have one. And I'm not talking about some little yapper, yip, 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 yip. No. Nor am I talking about some gigantic Great Dane that's going to come between me and my wife. I'm thinking something like, wiener dog, Dalmatian, something along those lines. All right. Number 8, must have a good ear. I've got 2. Number 9, must know the out in every break. Well, Lisa, after having spent the last 20 years primarily in morning radio, I think I know how to find the out in every break. And if there is no out, I'll create the out. And if I can't create the out and I find myself painted in a corner, all I say is the word raspberry, and it works every time. Next, number 10, must know how to defer to dorky co-host. You must be talking about me, right, Lisa? I mean, you're the one who's been the long-time TV and radio talent. I think I'm going to be the one asking you to defer to me. But in reality, look, it's a conversation. And in a conversation, you have parts of A and parts of B. And they mix and mesh all throughout the show. Look, I don't have a gigantic ego. I don't need to be the man in charge. I don't need to have my voice heard all the time. 80% of the time is good, but not all the time. But I'll defer to you if you'll defer to me. It's got to be equal deferment. Number 10. I just did that one. Number 11. Mustn't overuse exclamation points in social media posts. Oh, that's going to be difficult, Lisa. How do you feel about caps? Number 12. Must love food. Well, let me just say this. If you could see my gut, you'd know that I love food. Number 13. Must not spend valuable time with boring callers. No, I won't spend valuable time with them. I'll spend some time with them because you know what? Some of the best on-air moments I had were with boring callers. Right. Because instead of having my listener friends take a sleeping aid, I just talk to the boring callers and then don't worry about that one. I have number 13 whipped. Number 14, must not have a temper. Number 15, must not make sounds or noises. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one, Lisa. That's going to be a tough one because guys, we make noises. And in fact, I'll give you a little heads up right now. It's one sound that I make. It can be annoying. It's this. And you're saying to yourself, why in the heck do you make that noise? It's easy to explain. Sometimes my inner ear itches. Now, of course, you can't reach in there to scratch it, so I use the little vibration sound. And then I'll throw this little finger thing in there, too. And then I'll rub my jaw. So that's what happens. Now, I can promise you this. I'll pot down my my microphone. You'll never hear it. It'll be more like this. Okay? All right? So it's the only sound that I make. Promise. Number 16, must not have body odor. Not a problem. I shower at least 2-3 times a week. Okay? And as far as foot smell is concerned, I want you to know that ever since I was 40 years old, foot smell has been a thing of the past. That's right. So if you see me taking off my shoes in the studio, you don't have to panic. Not at all. My feet, they're like flowers. Okay, that might have been an exaggeration. My feet, they smell like ice plant. There you go. Moving on. Number 17. Oh, I don't believe this one. Must not love country music? Not love country music? Lisa, you don't love country music? I don't either, quite honestly. But when I got back into radio in the year 2000, after an 8-year hiatus, and I promised myself I'll never work at a country station, the people that offered me a job were at a country station. And I have to admit, after listening to that classic country sound for a while, I kind of got hooked. Now, not all country music is great. Not all rap music is great. But there are some country songs that really touch the heart. I mean, they're great story songs. Like this one, for instance, from Blake Shelton. Check out the story. It's called Austin. I just love it. I love it.
She left without leaving a number. She said she needed to clear her mind. He figured she'd gone back to Austin, 'cause she talked about it all the time. It was almost a year before she called him up. 3 rings and an answering machine is what she got. If you're calling about the car I sold it, if this is Tuesday night I'm bowling, if you got something to sell, you're wasting your time, I'm not buying. If it's anybody else, wait for the tone, you know what to do. And P.S. if this is Austin, I still love you. The telephone fell to the counter. She heard, but she couldn't believe. What kind of man would hang on that long? What kind of love that must be? She waited 3 days and then she tried again. She didn't know what she'd say, but she heard 3 rings and then, if it's Friday night, I'm at the ball game, and first thing Saturday, if it don't rain, I'm headed out to the lake, and I'll be gone all weekend long. But I'll call you back when I get home on Sunday afternoon. P.S. if this is Austin, I still love you. Well, this time she left her number, but not another word. Then she waited by the phone on Sunday evening, and this is what he heard. If you're calling about my heart, it's still yours. I should have listened to it a little more, then it wouldn't have taken me so long to know where I belong. And by the way, boy, this is no machine you're talking to. Can't you tell this is Austin? And I still love you. I still love you.
Oh, come on, Lisa. Come on now. You know that's a great song. You know that's a great song. You telling me I can't like country music? She figured she'd gone back to Austin, 'cause she talked about it all the time. Come on now. You know that's a good song. Aren't you a little misty right now? I tell you I am. Okay, I understand what you're saying. No country music. Number 18, must be able to work well with Windows XP or 95 operating system. Lisa, Windows runs the world. Need I say more? And number 19, must use good grammar. Well, when you see part 2 of my cover letter, you'll be able to tell me then if my grammar is up to par. That's going to do it for part 1 of the video portion of the cover letter. I do hope, on a serious note, that after taking a look at my package and seeing that all that I could bring to the table, I do hope that you'll agree that I would make a fine co-host for you, Lisa, and a fine acquisition for KURB, and a viable member of the Arkansas Razorback community. Thanks for your time, and I hope that I'll be seeing you soon. And now, let me say, hasta la vista. Oh, man, say it. Don't spray it. Hasta la vista.